Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review, although not actually a beer review, a lager review, or actually a Weizen. So from Birbant, Klashny, I don't know. It's 5.2%. It's Mango Weizen Classic. There's no English on here, so I've bobbed it on the English from handcrafted Weizen with mango. So we'll crack it open. And just in case it's lively, oh, it's not too bad actually. Yeah, I was kind of worried that it was going to piss out or whatever the place. Although it is a lively pour, look at that. I wasn't overly, when I first poured it, you can smell the mango on the aroma. So I'm going to drink from the bottle because this could be a 10-minute. So yeah, there you go. It's lively. You can see the carbonation, massive carbonation there. It's really pulsating, the carbonation is, and the head's not dissipating at all. It's getting bloody bigger. So yeah, is what it is. Oh, I'm on that. I'm on a roll in there to clear up all the beer reviews that I've got coming. And start afresh. Start the beer channel again from afresh. We're coming into March. We're coming into the what is for me a critical part of the season. It's when I can start doing more live stuff again, and possibly doing a bit more supermarket beer versus beers to make things interesting. Phone's going for it. So there we go. We'll leave that to do. Drink from the bottle. Cheers, everyone. Hope we're having a good Friday. Today is Friday in my world of recording the beer review. And I've done that many beer reviews of late that I'm having to stagger them. I mean, it's like today on the channel, there's been 4 beer reviews, but also 4 shorts. So you've had 8 videos on the channel. And then I've just put a short out to say about an offer that's come on at one of the local home brewers. So it's all crazy at the moment. Oh, mango at the front. Certainly a wheat beer, a Weizen, a wheat beer. Yeah, distinctive wheat taste. Not massive. I've got to be honest. I'm not massively over with the wheat beers. I've got better over the years. Like most people, your palate gets used to these sort of things, and I've got better. However, yeah, it's still a bit different for me. I've got to be honest. So I don't know the brand, Birbant, Klasny. Only presume it's a Polish brand. I will do a doodah of it. Brora Zagzini or something. Temperature serving between 6 and 8 degrees, which is basically what the shed is. So, yeah, it's about that temperature in here. It's not bloody warm, that's for certain. It is actually 7 degrees in here. I should be honoured for it to be so warm at this time of the year. on a normal through the winter, like last winter, I'd have had a gas fire in here. It'd be nice and warm. Even doing beer reviews lives wouldn't have been an issue. This year, because cost of living crisis, obviously, I haven't been able to do it, and it has hit the channel a little bit. Lives do give participation um, that you just don't get from doing beer reviews, because you don't. And whilst others have flourished in that, others have probably got rooms in their house, they can do it. I know that like the likes of Scott and Craig, they've both got rooms in their house, but the more of us, we just haven't. I know Baz has as well, and Crummy, he has. So yeah, some have that. I mean, I know Simon, he uses his kitchen, so but that's his job. His job is beer reviews, and what a wonderful job, you know. Um, Despite any personalities that have come across on the beer review, for anybody who's doing something they love as their job, albeit probably drinking beers at the wrong time of day, um, possibly. I don't know what time people drink beers, but that's not for me to divulge. I too have been a bit naughty in the past, and certainly drink more than my quota. In the grand scheme of things, do I enjoy what I do? Hell yes. I absolutely love doing the beer reviews. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. I don't do it for my health. I do it because I love what I do. Despite fluctuations in viewership and all that sort of thing, at the end of the day, if it's a hobby, the hobby is what you get out of the hobby, not to look at the statistics that you see via bloody YouTube and social media and that, because it can drag you down. It can, and this is where you see people doing stuff that's more controversial, and it it works because it pulls people in, but it's only a short term game, I suppose. Anyway, I think most of the time with social media, it's choosing the right thing to go, hobby to go into. If that's your game that you're going into, choosing the right hobby to go into, and if it works, I know people that do theme park stuff, and they are living the life. Theme parks are very, it's good stuff. But if you've got to be able to walk around, you've got to know your stuff. You've got to go on the bloody rides, and some rides, are not for the faint-hearted. Fucking drop towers that are 300 foot high. Yeah, you got to have balls of steel. So definitely getting the mango on this. I would class it as more like a modern traditional type of mango experience, i.e., it's subtle, rather than like a full on craft beer, more in your face mango experience. But it's looking good, as you can see now. Now it's been able to pour and let the air dissipate. It's lively beer, bloody lively. But it's nice to be able to catch up. And sometimes I opened a lager last night, and I wasn't looking forward to it. I seen it there on the shelf, and I thought, oh, God. I opened it, and I got an experience that really blew me away, literally. And so it just goes to show you that sometimes even a lager or a cider that you're not really thinking's any good, and you drink it and you're like, something, that was really amazing. And that is where the hobby is at its pinnacle. And it's like watching a film for the first time. You have no anticipation for the film, and you watch it, and it just gobsmacks you, and it's like, fucking hell, that was amazing. And the set on the other hand is when you watch a film that you've been waiting to watch for a year, comes out, the hype, you watch it and you're like, well, that was shit. Whereas the hype led to nothing, and it can be dangerous on beers. Exactly the same, where you wait and wait for a beer to come out, and it's ultimately disappointing. Is that the front door already? Shit. I've got McDonald's order coming. If that's what it is. Could well be the wind. These Ring doorbells are great. Bit of a shit that you have to pay £3 a month to access the, where you can just, you can see all the recorded things. So anytime somebody's triggered it, you see everything. Yeah, it's a bit of a shit that way, but but I've been at work sometimes. Somebody's at the door and I'm just there at the right moment, and I click on, and wife was answering the door to somebody bringing something around that she'd bought the other day, and dangerous to those people who control people, because they can see every single thing that's going off, and you can imagine. I mean, that's where you have like cameras in the house, and they're controlling what's going off, and that can be that can be frightening. I almost always remember, like your Alexa, and like all these cameras, that they're all accessible. If government want to get into these things, like your phone even, they can. Always best to have your phone turned down. There's paranoia, obviously, with that. So, for 5.2% mango Weizen, not really my style of beer. I'm certainly getting the mango. I'm certainly getting the wheat beer element. Not really my favourite type. Not really my favourite element. Presume it's from Poland. Don't know. It's not really. It's all new to me. But that's the experience of beers. Not what we all love, just trying new stuff, not just sticking to the stuff that's going to get you the big views. I do see that a lot, where like the big new beers coming out, the hype beers, and every single one of them are reviewed, or every single one of the recent supermarket beers are reviewed, and it's like, go and bloody try something a bit different, and not stuff that you've had for free. I don't think I paid a lot for this anyway. I think I got it from Holborn's when they had some amazing bargains. Literally anything from 10p up to £2. I think I paid a tenner for a barrel aged Thornbridge beer, but obviously that's a barrel aged Thornbridge beer, Wah. But the rest of them were quite cheap, £2 and below. But the Thornbridge beer was one of those where you think, I've got to have that, I've got to do it, got to do it. Necessary Evil, Caribbean rum. It's one of those that you think, I've got to have this. So 14 minutes, wow. Subtle mango, definitely a wheat beer. It's getting more nicer the more I drink it, the more my palate's getting used to it. It's getting more nicer. When you buy a beer and you're not keen on it, try it. Try and go to the end of that beer. Don't just pull a face like my wife does. Pull a face, I'm not drinking that. Try it. Try and get to the end of that beer. You've paid for it anyway, and try and get past like the cringe factor, and try and see if you can enjoy it. There's a good chance you will at the end, because your palate's got used to it. Don't be like some who pour beers away. Let it get to the end, you know. Then at the end of the beer, if it's took you half an hour or an hour to drink it, you may appreciate it, or you may say, no, that really was a shite beer. Mango Weizen, it's not a beer I would have again, obviously. For me, yeah, the mango was there, but it was subtle. The wheat beer element was certainly there. Like I say, not really my cup of tea, but I drank it anyway. For me, about a 3.8 out of 5. Delivered, but not quite as much as I'd like it to. I thought more mango, to be honest. And that's it for this review. Thank you for watching. See you soon.